Insurance. Ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. What about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Join ESPN Las Vegas this week.
All right, we're live.
We'll be on
for the
road
audience
for the kickoff
on video right now.
West Conference Tournaments men's bracket. It's 4 days of nonstop action. Get your tickets now.
Ready to test whenever.
6.
Check level.
Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Was an official survey of the Las Vegas Raiders and the
JVT.
yeah.
I can't hear myself.
Refreshing taste.
Yo. Cool. That works.
1925.
Sign up today for a new William Hill Nevada mobile sports account, and you can earn up to a $250 bonus bet after placing your first qualifying wager. The William Hill Nevada mobile sports app allows you to bet on the go from any iPhone, iPad, or Android device from anywhere in Nevada. Sign up today and you will never miss another bet. With the largest wagering menu, the mobile sports app features same-game free cash out and live in-play wagering on major sports. Promotion, official rules, and to see participating sign-up locations, visit williamhill.us. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience the buzz of the College Basketball Championships for free March 19th through the 22nd at Palms Pool. Cheer on your favorite team poolside. Tap into Palms Casino Resort's special cabana and open bar packages to catch all the fast breaks, rebounds, and dunks in style. Or take it all in from Palms premium couches and daybeds. As always, enjoy free parking. Come experience something new at Palms Casino Resort, where all the action happens. Details at palms.com. Must be 21 to participate.
If it's for the truck, give us a call. We've got it.
For the Truck is your premier truck shop. Our suspension experts will take your ride to the next level.
Steps, wheels, bumpers, suspensions, tires, covers, accessories, liners, lifts installed. For the Truck has it all.
Specializing in precision suspension tuning for sports cars, SUVs, and of course trucks. From high-end alignments to full suspension upgrades, we have everything you need.
If it's for the truck, give us a call. We've got it. On 702-840-4400.
I'm worth more.
You bet I'm worth more.
I'm worth a little more.
We completely agree. At GiveMeTheVIN.com, you are worth more, and your car's worth more. And we want to pay more for good cars that give me the VIN, because they are worth more, and so are you. And remember, if we don't beat a deal from Carvana or CarMax, we'll pay you $100. For top price, trust, and ease of transaction, GiveMeTheVIN.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Listen to
10 seconds.
Afternoons at 3 on ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM, KWWN, Las Vegas. Live from the Thomas and Mack Center on the campus of UNLV, you're listening to ESPN Las Vegas.
All right, here we go. Familiar spot, Thomas and Mack. You know, we do all the shows before the weekday games for Run Rebels, and back here for the Mountain West Conference Tournament. It's Cofield. It is John Von Tobel. Number one radio station in the Mountain West Conference? Yeah, I'd argue that, yeah. San Diego's a big market, but Not comparable. Not comparable. We're here live after a big game. And frankly, John and I would do live after the games tonight, but we have limitations. We got 3 hours on the way. We have time limitations, also station limitations, but we follow up the first game of the Mountain West Conference tournament here on this Wednesday, and the Rebels, fortunate, not fortunate, I don't know, we'll see how it works out, to be in the noon game, so we get to follow it up right here with a 3-hour Cofield and Company. We'll have a lot of UNLV talk, and then we'll get to the NFL, because yesterday was pure insanity. We didn't think it would get any crazier than Max Crosby being sent out of town, but now Max Crosby, for now, is back in town. There's been monster reaction around the league. It is a massive story around the NFL as the Ravens bailed out of the deal. But, man, we just watched a really good game. College basketball is my favorite sport. This is one of the reasons why March Madness is, to me, unchallenged by anything else in terms of postseason across sports. And that was a hell of an opener to the Mountain West Conference Championships, as UNLV in an 8-9 game took on a Wyoming team that they only faced once this year, and they got destroyed by them. Up there, gassed out, elevation, everything went against them, lost 98-66. And they came out, the Rebels did, on fire in the first half, up 44-28 with 10 seconds left. Wyoming buries a 3 to get at the 13 at the break, then comes out in the second half and continues the run. It was like a 9-0 run, and then eventually takes the lead. And with 5 minutes left, John, I was like, I don't know. This is a really tough assignment. We'll get to Dre Gibbs Longhorn in the game he had. But these guards for Wyoming, what a giant pain in the ass they are to cover.
Mm-hmm.
2 little guys. They're so good. They're also amazing in getting to the glass on the offensive end. Rebels could not contain them on the offensive end, but when they needed it down the stretch, UNLV got some good defensive plays, and while Dre Gibbs Longhorn wasn't having a great game and was really being blanketed by the Wyoming defense, what do we say all year about Kamani Hamilton? When Kamani Hamilton plays and plays over 27 or 30 minutes, good things happen. You pointed out what a difference he makes with the defensive numbers, but tonight it was his offense when they needed it the most, and they needed some ISO plays, and Wyoming wants to play 4 smalls and 1 big. Well, that meant a small has to be on Kamani Hamilton, and he took advantage of it.
Yep. So the most important number for today, I would probably say, is the number 2, because that's how many fouls Kamani Hamilton had today. That was it. He was on the floor. He was active. He gave you 32 minutes. You mentioned the offense, the own opportunities. This was such a great effort all the way around from him, from Tyron Jones as well, coming off the bench with 6 blocks. It was an incredible thing to look at this team and see the effort they were putting into this, but everything we've talked about them all year long, the things that you really need. And it was funny because down there during the press conference, they put the students out, and then Pastor comes out. You could see Dre and Hamilton. They're talking to each other, looking at the stat sheet, and Hamilton points something out, and Dre Gibbs Longhorn looks at it and just shakes his head and then throws up a W, because that's all that matters, man. We won the game. That's all that matters. This is a pretty infectious team, and the way that they play, when they're playing well, they're a really fun watch. They're athletic. They play above the rim. They're fast. They're great.
I'll give you a couple overarching stories entering the tournament. One, it's the first time in forever that I don't think they were hobbled or limited.
Yeah.
Because they generally are playing decent basketball, UNLV, going into the tournament. They're always that team where it's like, hey, if they put it all together, they can make the run, because they always have talent. They always have talent that looks like a power 4 lineup. But I'll tell you the things that are missing in the past. One, they're usually debilitated by some injury, like last year with DJ Thomas, and they've had many years they've come in with like basically only a 6 or 7 man rotation. Now, right now, that's what Pastner is playing. He doesn't have to, though. So they've got the bodies. And the other thing is, I do believe this team likes each other, and that is key. Not every Rebel team over the years has liked each other. I don't think last year's team, in the middle of the year, really liked each other very much. They liked each other a lot at the end when Jaden Henley was running the team. But these guys genuinely root for each other. We saw that a couple games back with Howie Fleming when he got the triple-double against Utah State, and everyone was rooting for him. And they play for each other. They like each other. And they've got a lot of cool parts. And I like the story for Kamani Hamilton, because and Pastner has said it. He's like, I go at that kid really hard. And you know what? Kamani takes it. I mean, he really does ride him. And Hamilton needs it, because there are times he just brain farts out there, and he played a pretty focused game, only had one of those fouls where you're like, what are you doing? He barreled into 2 guys late in the game, but that was only his second. But man, his ability to be able to back people down, kind of a pro-style player, back people down at 6'8", and then just elevate and do something in the air, right? He's generally going to get fouled or he can finish. He had a finish to go to break up a 66-66 tie. I have all the time marks on our rundown because I was taking notes. We have a lot going on with the rundown here with JVT and Cofield, just starting off in ESPN Las Vegas, Cofield and company. But, yeah, 68-66. That was a great play, actually. 148 left. He got ISO'd on the perimeter, faced up against a big man, and the help wasn't there. And he's, like I said, he jumps in the air sometimes, and you're like, okay, what's he going to do? And he was right near the rim, so it was like, slammo. So 68-66. And then his play, backing down a defender, it was Meyer, who's only like 6'6", and using the body, getting the contact, finish from about 7 feet. And what was the other important thing today? They had a stretch in the middle of the game where you're like, oh, no, this is the Rebel team that's not going to make free throws.
Yep.
But he made his free throws down the stretch, and Rebels win at 73-70. Listen, this is not world beater. They were supposed to do it. But they face a lot of challenges in this game. And what it sets up is this bizarro situation where the 8 faces the 1. What do you think the number will be tomorrow? Still like 7.5? I think that's what it was. I think it was 8.5. Might have been bigger. Might have been 9.5.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit bigger than they faced last time. Somewhere in that range, though.
It's not going to be much smaller, will it?
No, I would expect it's going to be in the range of about 7.5. I think you're probably right.
Against a Utah State team that has lost both games to the Rebels, both by double digits. The last one was by 27. It's bizarro.
Yep.
But Rebels have put themselves in a position, and again, they did it on a night, John, when, as you pointed out, while the numbers have been big all year for DGL, there are games where he hasn't scored, and he's like, hey, man, it's all about winning in the end.
Yep.
He's not going to be – he wants to win. He's not going to be happy if he goes out and scores. He's done that. He did that a bunch of times this year where he scored 24 to 32 points, and they lost games.
Ken Palm, for what it's worth, projected as a 9-point win for Utah State, 86-77. But there's just something about a matchup, man, that works in their favor. But DGL's actually been, I think, one of the most impressive parts about this team, obviously. But today, you really do see it because he does offer in other categories, right? He's 4 of 13. He plays 40 minutes, but he gives you 5 rebounds. He gives you a couple of assists. Doesn't turn the ball over, even though he's not really playing particularly well, which is absolutely fantastic. And willing to back up and allow others to play, which is, I think, is one of the more important aspects. He was asked downstairs about his position and where he wants to play. Don't care. I'm paraphrasing. Don't care. I'll play for whatever coach or whatever position. He's like,
wait, what school he wants to play at?
No,
you saw that yesterday, right?
No, I did not.
I'll explain that later
okay.
on. He gave a weird answer and no one did a follow up, but a lot of social media exploded. They're like, he's leaving.
Oh,
let it play out. Okay,
right.
Let it play out.
He mentioned overseas and NBA. He did not mention another school. Yes.
Really?
Yes, he said, no matter what coach I play for, whether it's here, overseas, or NBA, I will play whatever position 1 through 5. He also threw out there, they probably won't let me play the 5, but I would do it.
The funny thing is there are times when he's at the rim, you're like, that looks like a 5-man. This was one of the rare games with DGL where he had 3 misses near the rim.
Yeah.
Like, that's the amazing thing about his year. While the 3-point percentage has been, over 43% and over 45 in conference, he's been amazing in 2-point territory, amazing near the rim. They set him up with a really nice opportunity with about 50 seconds left. After I thought they got a very fortunate out-of-bounds call, and Gores was in the area. Well, by the way, we'll get to that kid. The ponytail, and, looking like he's hanging out on the beach, and he was awesome tonight for Wyoming. But, Dre missed a layup, a tough layup with 50 seconds left. He had a couple misses earlier, so he wasn't as money as he is around the rim. But they did what they needed to do. And let's bring up the other thing. Those second chances by Wyoming, amazing. I have to look at the individual offensive rebound numbers. I know for the game, I think they had 22. 22 offensive rebounds, and on a team playing 4 smalls. Now, that's not strange because they're one of the best. They might, numbers-wise, be the best offensive rebound percentage team in the conference.
I have it in front of me. I'm going to check right now.
But so often.
Third.
So often. It was Demarion Dennis, who in a lick above 5'11", and he would be Johnny on the spot, underneath the basket, getting finishes, feeding to others. And, man, he got another opportunity, down 71-70. He's like 6 feet from the hoop. And he really is in some ways the second coming of, he's not there yet. And I don't know if he's going to be the pro that he was, but he is the second coming of the plastic man, Stacey Ogman. His timing's awesome on block shots, but Tyron Jones jumped as high as he could And, man, Dennis high-arced it, and he got it, like, right at the top of the apex. What a freaking block. His 6th of the game. And that helped seal it.
Yep. I mean, Jones has been – it goes back to – was it the first Boise State game or the one that there was in New Mexico where he gets injured and Pastor comes in and he says in the press conference, I didn't expect Jones to get hurt right away. But, it speaks to how vital he's been for this team when he is out there and when he's on. He's a big reason why they are 2-0 against Utah State as well, because he has been part of the problem for the Aggies. And I think what was really interesting in a game in which, because our old colleague Tyler asked him about this downstairs, in a game in which you were getting beat up on the glass and you gave up the 21 offensive rebounds, Pastor elected to go with a centerless lineup in the second half and trust that these big rangy wings that they have to just get it done at the very least, just do the bare minimum to get us through this. And the shot blocks were there, despite the fact you didn't have a really true rim protector.
12 blocks for the game.
Yep.
Rebels, because there were a bunch of good opportunities that were turned away by Kamani Hamilton as well. And, on Tyron Jones, man, what a fun player to watch. Hometown guy, just a super athlete, great instincts on block shots. And he could have been down on himself because he didn't have a good game again shooting from the free throw line. But he came out with a big defensive play. And, let's talk a little Wyoming. One, those two guards are great. Leland Walker and Demarion Dennis are tremendous. They're such a tough matchup. And because they break people down off the dribble, the kid Gores, who played his ass off, man, he had a couple of slams, putback slam and oops slam. He was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He had a basket. What was the time on his final basket where they 39 seconds left. He gets the ball on the right wing, and he's got Tyron Jones on him. And the one thing that Tyron lacks is, bulk. And I don't think he's ever going to be a super bulky guy. But Gore's older guy was like, okay, it's shoulder time. And he freaking just mauled him going to the layup, got the finish. I mean, he played well. Sonny Wicks is going to be somewhere eventually.
Call him by his full name. It's way better.
Yeah, Sundance Wicks, who at one point was living in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the exact thing, but I think he lived in a van outside a basketball facility in the Arizona, I think in the Phoenix area. He's a basketball lifer. He's gotten a chance. They run great stuff.
Yep.
And his guys play hard. And you know what? He is bought into Wyoming. I was gonna call him a jackass, but I won't. But I did. Jeff Linder never really bought into what Wyoming is and has to do, and they're not going to get cream of the crop, high level NIL payday players. But guess what? They nailed it on Leland Walker, who came in from the FAU or Florida Gulf Coast. One of those. By the way, Rebels were in on Leland Walker until the very end when they decided, hey, FAU. Miles Shea is going to be our point guard. Unfortunately, Miles suffered the multiple broken feet. I thought about it in the second half for a second. I'm like, can you imagine this Rebel team with Leland Walker at the point and DGL at the 2?
Yeah.
Smaller,
but holy really good.
But, man, why that's a cool story with Wyoming. And, again, I know I'm going, way overboard on an 8-9 game. And, and the program has much higher hopes than right now being 17-15. But you got to take the steps, and the play down the stretch has been good. And you know what? As Pastor will often mention, and as he's shouting out his players, he's also shouting out himself and the coaching staff. The staff has done a good job, and they have gotten better. I know I'm foaming at the mouth here. The other thing I thought was brilliant, and I don't know if anyone asked in the postgame, that 1-3-1 in the first half on defense, that had freaking Wyoming stymied.
Yeah.
Did anyone ask why they got out of it?
No, but I did leave before. I had to leave early. The press conference was not over.
It's kind of a tough question when you win the game and you're like, hey, Josh, why'd you get out of it?
Right, yeah.
But if we can get Pastor on later on, hopefully he's going to come up to the set or we'll get on the phone. I thought that was a brilliant coaching move because Wyoming had it really slowed their guards down. And they started out 0 for 14 from 3 because a lot of them were late in the shot clock and just bombs from the outside. It worked brilliantly. And, look back on it now. You win by 3. You get out to a 16-point lead. Obviously, the first half was key.
So to go back to one of the points you made, and you made many. Because you're right. But I wanted to go back to, you mentioned I'm getting excited about an 8-9 game. But I think this is the story of this tournament overall. If you look at the 4 teams that got buys versus some of the teams that are playing today, the teams that are playing today were playing some of their best basketball. Wyoming had come in winning, 5 out of 6 games. We know that UNLV had gone on a great stretch before they lose to San Diego State. Talk about Boise, who had an 8-game winning streak on Saturday. It was kind of cosm of what we've seen is that we're all cuddling and falling all over each other, and nobody wanted a 1 seed because they were playing so poorly in this season play. Well, these other teams were all improving, and Wyoming was among them. So Wick's doing a tremendous job of player development and getting them right. And you and I talked about this the last time UNLV had a game. UNLV's in the same boat. UNLV and their players have gotten better as the season has gone along. There's been improvements. And so this is going to be something that I think is a story for this Mountain West. And by the way, it adds to the entertainment value because there might be some upward mobility, if I could speak, for some of these teams, like UNLV, like Colorado State, like Nevada, who can make runs through this bracket.
Second game of the day, big favorite. Reno out to a great start. It's 22-4 against 3-28 Air Force. 9 minutes left in the first half.
Come on.
Just to give you the numbers, if this field holds, right, everyone advances is supposed to advance. 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. Number 4, Grand Canyon, was 0-1 against Nevada. Number 5. New Mexico, the 3rd seed, 0-2 against 6-seeded Boise. San Diego State split with Colorado State. That's the 2-7 matchup, if it holds. And UNLV was 2-0, but Utah State, number 1 seed, was 0-2. That is a 1-6 mark from the top 4 seeds against the 5 through 8 in the regular season. I mean, all bets are off.
Of course it is. This tournament should be very good. I mean, these are all teams. This conference has cannibalized itself to the point where it's probably going to be a one-bid league now. Now, you could say whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's better for the conference to have 2 dominant teams. Who knows? Who cares? This has been such an entertaining regular season because every single time every one of them plays, you have no idea what's going to happen. And now they're all in the same building together outside of Air Force. And you've got to be able to see if you can string together some wins against opponents you've had trouble for. But you can make the argument that you would maybe rather have the 3 teams we're talking about playing today, Boise, UNLV, Nevada, and Colorado State, I should say too, versus all these other teams.
UNLV wins at 73-70. We'll have a lot more recap of the game. We're going to get to the craziness of the last 5 days with Max Crosby. We'll bring in football experts on the national level, someone in from Baltimore to talk about the Ravens side of unraveling this deal. But Rebels win it 73-70. And you can tell John and I are very stoked. We love college basketball, love this tournament, love March Madness. Listen, the big dance is coming up. And if you want to have a cool party at home, and we all love hanging at house parties, ESPN Las Vegas has your chance to really hoop it up. You can text the word hoops right now, 702-364-1100. HOOPS, hoops. Text that to 702-364-1100, and you are eligible to win everything you need for the ultimate watch party. We're giving away a big screen TV to the winner, and food is provided for the crew by Metro Pizza. It's our full court press. Text hoops right now, 702-364-1100. It's all brought to you by Bay Law Injury Attorneys and food and I cannot read today. And Metro Pizza, Bay Law Injury Attorneys and Metro Pizza presenting our full court press. Text now hoops, 702-364-1100.
Got something to say? Hit us up on the Bay Law text line, 702-364-1100. Brought to you by Bay Law Injury Attorneys. Winning is no accident.
This traffic report is brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover Las Vegas. Visit us at jlrlv.com.
Accident Tropicana, that's showing at Eastern. Also Rampart Boulevard at Lake Mead. Durango northbound at Mall Avenue. Las Vegas Boulevard southbound at Bellagio Drive. And Decatur northbound before truck.
This traffic report was brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover Las Vegas. Visit us at jlrlv.com. Here's your chance to own a luxury vehicle at a non-luxury price. Hi, this is Brennan, General Manager at Jaguar Land Rover Las Vegas. Come and see a variety of our certified pre-owned vehicles at Jaguar Land Rover Las Vegas or visit us online at jlrlv.com.
Hey, Vegas, it's Clay Baker with Zero Res. In Southern Nevada, we all seem to experience the allergies year-round, but in fact, the EPA says the indoor air quality in our homes can be 200 to 500 times worse than the outside. Why? It's our air ducts. They're like the lungs for our home and so many other contaminants. Air duct cleaning is an essential part of your home maintenance, which is why Zero Res developed a revolutionary air duct cleaning process, which really has been recognized as breakthrough technology in their industry. I got an email the other day from Dawn in Summerlin. She says, I didn't even know where the air duct was. I knew I had one, but until Zero Res came by, I didn't realize how much I was suffering. You see what I mean? In fact, why don't you call Zero Res today? Just ask for the Clay Baker special. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your air duct cleaning success. Call 702-840-3333 or online at ZeroResLasVegas.com. Spelled the same forward or backward, Zero Res is the right way to clean. Minimums apply.
This winter, earn cool cash for betting sports on the William Hill mobile app. With the William Hill Cash Rewards program, you can earn up to $500 in cash. You'll earn winner rewards points for mobile wagers made January 1st through March 15th. Win or lose, you can earn even more winner rewards points for teasers, parlays, and same-game parlays. Sign up for the William Hill mobile app today and opt in to enroll in winner rewards. To see participating locations, visit williamhill.us. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I'm attorney Paul Powell. If you get hurt in a crash, did you know your lawyer can take more money than you? That's right. You get hurt and the lawyer gets rich. Not very fair, is it? When you hire me, those worries go bye, bye, bye. I promise never to take more money than you. And I put it in writing.
If you're tired of greedy lawyers, call 728-5500 or go to paulpowell.com.
I really can help.
Paul Powell. More lawyer, less fee.
Some restrictions apply.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds.
All right, audience, we're back in about 4 minutes. Thanks for being with us. Spread the word. Trying to do more live videos. We're here at Thomas and Mack.
Get your free
Hey, James, for the Big Four,
ethos.com/play.
John Von Tobel sent over audio
That's ethos.com/play.
for Mark DeRosa. I don't know if you saw that link, but
Yes.
thank you, man.
See your Vegas Golden Knights on Wednesday, April 15th against the Seattle Kraken in the Party Deck, presented by Sire Spirits. The Party Deck is where all the off-the-ice excitement happens, from the Knights Castle to the Night Line. Tickets in the Party Deck are standing room only. Tickets start at just $39. Go to VGKTicketExchange.com for all the info. That's VGKTicketExchange.com. Sponsored by West Star Credit Union and Centennial Subaru. Resale transfer are restricted. Tickets will be delivered by mobile 48 hours before the game.
Hey, it's JT. Grimaldi's is hands down my favorite pizza in Vegas. Only at Grimaldi's can you get their famous New York-style coal-fired brick oven pizza. Grimaldi's has 4 locations in the Vegas Valley, or check them out online at grimaldispizzeria.com.
It's time for the Findlay Cadillac Henderson Player Performance of the Week.
This week's Findlay Cadillac Henderson Player Performance of the Week comes from the ranks of the college hoop game. Matter of fact, it's really a team overall performance, not only for one game, but an entire season. Miami University of Ohio, the Redhawks, they completed an undefeated season Friday night with a 110-108 overtime victory over their rival Ohio. One of the stars of the game was Miami guard Ian Elmer, who had a career-high 32 points and 12 rebounds on the night. And even with them ranked number 19 in the country, experts, and I say it in air quotes, in the MAC tournament, they shouldn't make the NCAA tournament. I'm here to tell you, if you're a team that is in the top 20 right now and you haven't lost a game all season, there is no way that you can lose one game and all of a sudden be out of the field of 68.
Player per week.
William Hill Sportsbook is your home court media. Bet every round, every upset, every minute with William Hill. Build your lineup with a same-day parlay for a shot at a big payout. Join Cofield and Company, ESPN Las Vegas during the live broadcast at William Hill Sportsbook inside Arizona Charlie's Decatur on Wednesday, March 18th from 3 to 6. For more information, visit williamhill.us. Get in on all the betting action only at your favorite local casino.
Arizona Charlie's Casino.
Modelo is an official cerveza of the Las Vegas Raiders and the JT the Brick Show. Modelo Especial is a rich, full-flavored Pilsner-style lager, delivering a crisp, refreshing taste, brewed with fighting spirit since 1925.
Plumbers, HVAC techs, contractors, and DIYers. McFadden Industrial Hardware.
10 seconds.
Eyes to power your next project. Open early and stocked with everything you need. Stop by South Decatur near Russell. McFadden Industrial Hardware. Fast, easy, and built for the pros.
Now back to ESPN Las Vegas, broadcasting from inside the Thomas and Mack.
These are wild times. UNLV advances to the quarterfinals. Was not easy. Had a big lead in the first half. Gave up the lead in the second. Rebels got in a bunch of foul trouble. But they did it. They came out on top. They beat Wyoming. Wound up winning it 73-70. And DGL, a big hero in the first half with 15 points, got him out to the lead. They played great defense. Wyoming was 0-14 to start the game from 3, but then they started to whittle away at the end of the first half. Got right back in the game within about 6 minutes, got it even. And then the second half, Kamani Hamilton was a star. He had multiple big buckets. He had a big 3 in the second half that stymied a run by Wyoming. And then he had 2 big buckets in the final minute. And Tyron Jones with a massive block. I'll give you the other hero, unsung hero, made some good defensive plays in the second half. How about 2 3 balls after he shot some threes in the first half? And I'm like, do not ever shoot again, son. Walter Brown from the top of the key in the final 6 minutes. And then he hits a baseline jumper, gets fouled. I think he missed the free throw, but he hits 2 threes down the stretch. He has been one of those guys, in a month from now, when we may be in a position to really analyze the season and go at Josh Pastner a little bit critically.
Yeah.
Right. We can do it now. And I did the other day. I pointed out that, hey, you know what, folks, the way this team's played, you can have expectations. Like, they should have won the game at San Diego State. They didn't execute at times, especially on defense. But you look back on the season, and Josh Pastner's even admitted it. He's like, man, I would have liked to have had a few more wins right now, a lot more wins right now. Maybe Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn, that's how we use that frame of reference. Maybe DGL wins player of the year. What is this team in the first 10 games if Walter Brown is actually playing 20 minutes a night?
Right.
Because while he's not going to average, 11, 7, and 5 assists. He's not Howie Fleming, but he does make big plays in every game, seemingly, and he made a couple of big ones in the second half.
For reference, whatever it matters, he has a positive statistical impact so far this year. They outscore opponents by 1.5 points every 100 possessions he's on the floor.
Do you have the team, the entire team list?
Yeah, who do you want?
I'm just wondering.
So I have, if you want, are you talking about specific players or their overall net rating for the season?
Whatever you want. I love the numbers.
So Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn for the season so far is still a net negative. If you look at the negative,
not the player of the year, clearly.
A negative 0.4 per 100 possessions. But as we talked about, I think it was even last week, when you look at the minutes in the last few games, he's been absolutely incredible. One of your leaders here is going to be Kamani Hamilton. When he's on the floor, they have a plus 4.2 net rating. They only give up 109 points. The biggest difference for Kamani Hamilton, as we have discussed, is the defensive rating. A 16.3 point difference between UNLV's defensive rating when he's on and off the floor. They only give up 109 points per 100 possessions when he's out there, 125.3 when he's off the floor. 125 is an abysmal defensive rating for a guy like Kamani Hamilton, who we discussed a lot. I think that's been one of the big things. I would say my guy, the guy that I really enjoy watching that has been a net negative for the most part, really, but I think has some upside, hit, I think, 2 threes today, Isaac Williamson. They've been outscored by about 4 points every 100 possessions when he's been on the floor. But I feel like if I were to weigh, this is just anecdotal evidence, if I were to weigh the threes that he makes when they come, I feel like they're very big. They're part of some torrential runs as well.
Yep.
The Utah State game, for example, when he goes nuts over the span of a couple of possessions and is just nailing threes left and right in transition. Today, I think he hit the 2, as I mentioned. The upside is there for him. Absolutely.
Let's do a giveaway here as we reset. We'll get to more Rebels follow-up and hopefully get Josh Pastner on the show a little later. Sammy Hagar is playing. Sammy Hagar is 78 years old, and I'm not going to give you anything, but I will tell you right now, you've never seen a 78-year-old like Sammy Hagar. Like, his energy is through the freaking roof. He can still really sing, still great on the guitar. I saw him about 4 years ago and was blown away. He's got his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency going down at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets are on sale right now, Ticketmaster.com. He's playing from now through until the 21st, and then September 18th to the 26th. So get your tickets now, Ticketmaster.com. We got a pair, caller 7, 364-1100, 364-1100. I like coming on after games because we're both like super amped up. My head is spinning. Can I tell you, I don't know what the hell is going on. The last 5 days, my head it's done revolutions. Max Crosby for now is back with the Raiders. We'll start to unravel this story. What the hell just happened with Max Crosby in this trade?
Remember, you can't fill out your brackets until you know every team in the field, and one of the last teams to find out if they will be dancing, we'll find out in Birmingham, Alabama, as the men's championship of the American Conference will go down. So tune in to find out who punches their ticket to the madness and who has to wait until next year for their next shot. Listen in Sunday starting at noon on ESPN Las Vegas, 1100 AM and 100.9 FM.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Hey, Las Vegas, are you tired of plumbing prices that break the bank? At 365 Plumbing, we're bringing fair pricing back. Family owned and operated, we treat your home like it's our own. For your everyday plumbing needs, we're here 365 days a year, rain or shine, day or night. Extend the life of your water heater right now. For a limited time, take advantage of our water heater flush special for only $26. Visit us at 365plummingnv.com. 365 Plumbing, because where the water flows, 365 Plumbing goes.
Sign up today for a new William Hill Nevada mobile sports account, and you can earn up to a $250 bonus bet after placing your first qualifying wager. The William Hill Nevada mobile sports app allows you to bet on the go from any iPhone, iPad, or Android device from anywhere in Nevada. Sign up today and you will never miss another bet. With the largest wagering menu, the mobile sports app features same-game parlays, early cash out, and live in-play wagering on all major sports. For more information, official rules, and to see participating sign-up locations, visit williamhill.us. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Worried about your car payment? Don't be. Drive happy with a Westar Credit Union auto loan. Whether you are ready for something new or want to refinance your current ride, we've got you with affordable payments and easy approvals. Picture yourself behind the wheel, windows down, music up, on the road to what matters most. Apply today at westar.org or stop by your
5 seconds.
It's Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
All right, rolling on. We're about 10 minutes away from wrangling a Ravens insider. We talked to Jeremy Kahn in the past from 105.7 in Baltimore. It's crazy stuff, man. It's really crazy. You were putting your finger up?
Yes, because I have one last UNLV note to make before we move on, and I know we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Matt Everett is a very good play-by-play guy.
Oh, no. Am I going to take a strike?
No.
Okay.
Like, absolutely not.
Please don't.
Because I was on the air when the game started over at my job at Easton, 12:30 the game. So I was driving in, so I had to listen to the radio for a good amount of the game. And the energy with which he calls the games for both sides is tremendous. And I would just point that out because people who are probably listening to me right now have heard Everett on the call. He does a great job. I would never tell him to his face, but he does a great job.
You're not big on compliments.
No. For myself as well. I'm very fair in that regard.
You're very self-deprecating. No one on this show accepts compliments.
No.
Well, except one guy, Willie.
Right.
Which I embrace Willie for embracing compliments. He loves them.
Is ironic because he probably gets them the least here on this show.
Well, we are very tough on him. I told you, though, he's developing this audience on TikTok in the UK. It's mind-blowing. You got to check out Willie G. Ramirez with some Z's on the end. I'm not shocked that trades get overturned because of failed physicals.
Mm-hmm.
But because this story is so layered with Max Crosby and also so poorly covered on the front end of this, and I've been saying for 2 months that Max wants out, and people are in denial. We'll get to what's going to happen moving forward, but I have rarely seen this many people around the league. I'm talking about media people and then GMs willing to speak off the record in universally smashing a team, like just raking the Ravens over the coals for dumping out of this deal because of a failed physical of a guy who had surgery in the first week of January. It's 8-9 weeks since the surgery. How do you fail a physical? Does he need another surgery? Like, what if I almost said when?
Mm-hmm.
If that comes out, then you understand. And I don't think anything is going to come out. There'll be some leaks, but there are so many people who have come to the forefront and they're like, typical Ravens, which I don't want to go down that path, but there's so many people saying it.
Absolutely. I mean, it should be. Look, the Ravens did something here. They did. Now, there's different ways you can look at it. You can go the super nefarious way, like I like to do, and say, you know what? They actually wanted Trey Hendrickson the whole time, but they were worried they couldn't get him. So they did this deal knowing they could pull the rug out from underneath the Raiders and say, we don't like the physical in case they land Trey Hendrickson. There's the thought of the market wasn't developing for Trey Hendrickson like a lot of people thought. And so when they initially expected, oh, we're not going to get him, let's just go trade for Max Crosby. And then you realize, oh, wait, you mean I can get an edge rusher who you could argue is better, although he is coming off of a injury himself, without spending any of our draft capital to go get it done? And he wants to come? Yep, let's go get him. Sure. Sorry, we don't like this physical. We're out. That would something happen. There is no reason to make this deal, have it be reported as accepted, have him do the video, fly out, and then all of a sudden say, no, we don't like the medicals here. We're done.
That's the lousy part. Like I have made the case against Max Crosby, and I think Max does have some warts. And we'll talk about the repairing of the relationship if that's even what happens. But that's a pretty crappy thing to do to a very accomplished football player who works his nuts off.
Yes.
And will play injured and is going to be a lunatic during rehab. That said, we got to cover both sides of the story, and I refuse to sit here and be Raider homer and just eviscerate the Ravens without knowing the full story. And there also is the other part of the story, which is they traded him. They moved on.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of people out there who are like, no harm, no foul. Like, really? Is that the way it works at your workplace? I will say I can be pretty objective. The one thing I'm not really good at is forgiving. So I recognize that as a fault of mine. We're going to build on this. Next up, we're going to go to Jeremy Kahn, covers the Ravens. This guy's a baseline guy. He's not a super fan, so I'm really curious to hear his take on Hendrickson. Yeah, John just said it. Trey Hendrickson the next day signs a deal for $112 million. People around the league, the antennas are going up. What did the Ravens do here with the Raiders and Max Crosby?
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
How many times over the last several years have we talked about John Harbaugh's Ravens blowing double-digit lead after double-digit lead? Hell, they started the season in